Dear students, today we shall discuss the last class of chemistry in everyday life. In this class, we shall discuss the continued part of cleaning agent, that is, the second classification of cleaning agent, which is synthetic agents. In previous class, we discussed about the cleaning agent, that is soap. Today we shall discuss about synthetic agent. These synthetic agents also have the properties of soap, but these are more effective than soap. How? Because these produce lathers even in hard water, but in soap lathers are produced only in soft water. Synthetic agents have a positive point, that is, they produce lathers both in hard water and also in soft water. In this aspect, synthetic agents are superior than soaps. These synthetic agents also produces lathers in ice cold waters also, sometimes, not always, sometimes. So, these synthetic agents are classified into three categories. The first one is anionic detergents. Anionic detergents. The second one is cationic detergents. And the third one is non-ionic detergents. We shall know about one by one. Now we shall know about anionic detergents. What are these anionic detergents? Anionic detergents are the detergents in which the anionic part is responsible for cleaning action. In anionic detergents, anionic part is responsible for the cleaning action. Let us know the definition of anionic detergents chemically. Chemically, the anionic detergents are defined as these are sodium salts of long chain alcohol or long chain hydrocarbon, in which the anionic part is responsible for cleaning action. I will repeat once again. Anionic detergents are the detergents in which the sodium salts of long chain alcohol or long chain hydrocarbon are present. In that, the anionic part is responsible for the cleaning action. Let us know about this by taking few examples. First one is L'Oreal alcohol. The first one is example 1. L'Oreal alcohol. What is the chemical formula of L'Oreal alcohol? It is CH3, CH2 10 times and CH2OH. This is the chemical form of L'Oreal alcohol. How the anionic part of this acts as a cleaning agent, we shall know about it now. L'Oreal alcohol. This L'Oreal alcohol is treated with concentrated sulfuric acid. It is treated with concentrated sulfuric acid. Then it forms L'Oreal hydrogen sulfonate. L'Oreal hydrogen sulfonate. This H part is replaced by sulfonic acid group of sulfuric acid. There is a sulfonic acid group here, and that sulfonic acid group of sulfuric acid is replaced by hydrogen of L'Oreal alcohol. This is the sulfonic acid part of sulfuric acid, and when this L'Oreal hydrogen sulfonate, when this L'Oreal hydrogen sulfonate is treated with aqueous sodium hydroxide, aqueous sodium hydroxide, then the hydrogen part is replaced by sodium ion. This is known as sodium L'Oreal sulfonate. Sodium L'Oreal sulfonate. In this is the anionic part and this is the cationic part. As I said before, the anionic part is responsible in the cleaning action. Here, what happened first? The L'Oreal alcohol. When this L'Oreal alcohol is treated with concentrated sulfuric acid, then the sulfonic acid part is replaced by hydrogen and it forms L'Oreal hydrogen sulfonate. When this L'Oreal hydrogen sulfonate is treated with aqueous NaOH, then sodium L'Oreal sulfonate is formed. The hydrogen part is replaced by sodium ion. And in this, the cationic part is the long chain hydrocarbon, isn't it? There are, how many hydrocarbons are there here? C, 10 plus 1, 11. C, 11, 12. 12 hydrocarbon chain is present and that is nothing but long chain, isn't it? What I said before, the long chain hydrocarbon acts as a anionic part. Here, this is the anionic part and this acts as the cleaning action in water. And this is used mostly in household works. Anionic detergents are used in household work and also in toothpaste. Where are these anionic detergents are used? Anionic detergents are used in household work and also in toothpaste. And the other example is also there. That is dodecyl benzene. Dodecyl benzene. same process takes place. This is treated with concentrated H2SO4 and then forms dodecyl benzene sulfonic acid. Sulfonic acid part is attached to the benzene. So it is called as dodecyl benzene sulfonic acid. And this in turn treated with aqueous sodium hydroxide and it forms sodium dodecyl benzene sulfonate. It is the anionic part and it is the cationic part. Sodium dodecyl benzene sulfonate. In this also, the anionic part is having a long chain hydrocarbon and this acts as the detergent or cleaning action in a water. As I said in previous class, that is a missile is formed in which the tail part is the hydrophobic part and the head part is hydrophilic part. Hydrophobic part is water hating part and hydrophilic part is water loving part. Here also, this long chain hydrocarbon chain is a water hating part and this is the water loving part. And this is attached outside the grease or oil surface and this is attached to the inside of the oil surface. And when it is rubbed along with grease, the missile is washed out. The same process takes place here also, but the difference is anionic part takes place in the cleaning action. And the next one is cationic detergents. The second one is cationic detergent. The name itself suggests that the cationic part of the detergent acts as a cleaning action. And let us know about it by taking an example. Before that, these cationic detergents are very expensive and this is having germicidal properties. Cationic detergents are having germicidal properties, hence it is very expensive. Usually expensive soaps are available in market, isn't it? Those expensive soaps are made up of cationic detergents and hence they are expensive. Why they are expensive? Because they are having germicidal properties, that is they kill germs. This is the special property of cationic detergents and these cationic detergents are used in hair conditioners. First we shall know about cationic detergents by taking an example. What is the definition of cationic detergents? Cationic detergents are defined as quaternary ammonium salts. Cationic detergents are defined as quaternary ammonium salts of amines with positive charge on nitrogen. In the detergent, the nitrogen will be having positive charge and this is a quaternary ammonium salts of amines. Amines are nothing but derivatives of ammonia and also having acetates, bromides or chlorides as anion. What are cationic detergents? Cationic detergents are defined as quaternary ammonium salts of amines in which the nitrogen is having a positive charge and also acetates or bromides or chlorides having anion. Let us know about it by taking an example, that is cetyl trimethyl ammonium bromide. The example is cetyl trimethyl ammonium bromide. Cetyl trimethyl ammonium bromide. It is also having a long hydrocarbon chain, that is named as cetyl trimethyl. How many methyl groups are there? 3 methyl groups are there. So it is trimethyl, and which is having a positive charge nitrogen, that is the derivative of ammonia in which nitrogen is present. That nitrogen will be having positive charge and having an anion bromide. The structure is like this. And this act has a cation here. There, which long hydrocarbon chain was acting as an anionic part, and here the long hydrocarbon chain is acting as a cationic part and having bromide as anion. This is the structure of cetyl trimethyl ammonium bromide, and in which the long hydrocarbon chain is acting as a cationic detergent having anion like bromide or chloride or acetate. Anions may be acetate or bromide or chloride. Here the anion is bromide. This is also having long chain, isn't it? This long chain is acting as a hydrophobic part in a missile, and when this is attached on the grease, then the head surface, that is bromide part, is acting on the water, and when scrubbed, then along with grease, this missile will take off the dirt. The action is same, but in anionic part, the anion was attached to the grease, but here the cation, that is long chain hydrocarbon, is attached to the grease. Here you should remember only the thing is the long chain will always attach to the grease. The long chain hydrocarbon, whichever it might be sometimes anion, it might be sometimes anion, cations. But only the thing is, it will be always long chain hydrocarbon. And these cationic detergents are always used in hair conditioners. Used in hair conditioner. And also in expensive soaps. Why they are having high cost? Because they kill germs. That is the special property of that soap. So they are limited in use. Everybody can't take the costly soap, so they are limited in use. Most of them take anionic detergent only. This is all about cationic detergents. Cationic detergents are the detergents in which the cationic part acts as the cleaning action. Anionic detergents are in which the anionic part acts as cleaning. Is non-ionic detergent. As the name itself suggests, no ions are taking place in the cleaning action, but the product which is formed is taking action in a cleaning. Let us know about it by taking an example. Non-ionic detergents are defined as these are the detergents in which the esters of higher molecular mass are acting as a detergent which are obtained by the condensation reaction between stearic acid and ethylene glycol. When ethylene glycol is condensed with stearic acid, then an ester of higher molecular mass is obtained, and that product acts as a detergent in non-ionic detergents. Neither cation nor anion acts as an anionic detergent in neither cations nor anions acts as a detergents in non-ionic detergents. Stearic acid is undergoes condensation with polyethylene glycol. When this stearic acid undergoes condensation with polyethylene glycol. Ethylene glycol, then the water is lost. Water is lost. And it forms an ester, that is it is a ester because ester group is present here, and it is a long chain hydrocarbon, so it is usually having high molecular mass. High molecular mass ester is formed when a stearic acid undergoes condensation with polyethylene glycol, then the water is lost and forms ester of high molecular mass, and this ester acts as a detergent in non-ionic detergent. See, is there any anionic part is there or any cationic part is there? No, it is an ester. And this is about non-ionic detergents. And these non-ionic detergents are usually used in dishwash soaps. You use soaps to clean utensils, right? And those soaps are made up of non-ionic detergents used in dishwash soaps. This also plays a same property as soaps. That is, dishwash soaps also remove oil or grease by removing the micelle. This is all about non-ionic. How the soaps were also having some disadvantages. In the same way, detergents also have some disadvantages. What is the disadvantage of detergent? Disadvantages. We know that these detergents will be having a long hydrocarbon chain, and if this long hydrocarbon chain is highly branched, like in cationic detergent trimethyl, the same way if the hydrocarbon chain is highly branched, then that do not degrade the bacteria easily, and which in turn these bacteria produces foams, and those will reach to the river, pond or lakes, etc. When the bacteria in the form of foams along with effluents, which are effluents, sewage waste, sewage waste. When the highly branched hydrocarbon chain do not degrade the bacteria, and those produce foams, and those foams will reach river, ponds or lakes. This is how the bacteria along with effluents forms a foam, and it produces a serious hazards like foaming in river, lakes and ponds sometimes. This is the main hazard for environmental effect. You have heard oftenly in news that in Bangalore the Bellanduru lake will getting foam again and again. Why that foam? That foam is because of the bacteria which are not degraded by hydrocarbon chain while washed. The bacteria, the sewage waste will come from factories, industries, and if those sewage water comes in contact with those bacteria, then that forms of foams. Why that bacteria comes? Because that hydrocarbon chain it will be highly branched, and that do not degrade that bacteria, and that release the bacteria to the sewage waste. Those bacteria comes in contact with effluents and it forms foams. This is why the Bellandur Lake of Bangalore will getting polluted and foaming again and again. This is the serious hazard of synthetic detergent which affects on environment. This is the only environment effect of synthetic. This chapter you got to know about the importance of chemistry in drugs, food industries and also in cleaning agents. This is all about this chapter, that is chemistry in everyday life. Today we are going to wind up this chapter. Chemistry is very colorful, isn't it? But don't play with chemicals unless you have a knowledge about it. Thank you.